They arrived that morning, their presence impossible to ignore. Tall, elegant, and shimmering with an iridescent glow, the three alien women introduced themselves as my new Aura Maids. Their species, the Ceralithians, were renowned for their telepathic abilities and peculiar customs. As the human ambassador, I had been assigned these harmony specialists to ensure my emotional well-being remained optimal while on this alien planet. The tallest of the three, Lyris, spoke first, her voice a soft hum that seemed to resonate in my chest. "We are here to serve your needs, Ambassador. Our purpose is to maintain your inner balance." "Right," I stammered, trying not to focus on her hypnotic eyes or the way her shimmering attire clung to her lithe form. "Inner balance. That's important." Her companion, Vanira, nodded solemnly. "Your aura is quite volatile. We sensed it immediately upon arrival. We will fix it." The third maid, Nera, tilted her head, studying me like I was some strange artifact. "Do you require immediate adjustment? You appear tense. Your thoughts are unshielded." I froze. Unshielded. They could sense my thoughts? A bead of sweat rolled down my temple. I quickly activated my aura shield, the small device embedded in a bracelet on my wrist, which blocked telepathic signals. No, I'm fine," I said hastily. "Really, no adjustments necessary. Just, settle in." Their eyes narrowed in unison, clearly unconvinced. As the day went on, I tried to go about my usual routine, but having three stunning alien women following my every move made concentration nearly impossible. They were efficient and graceful, but their every word was laced with unintentionally suggestive remarks. "You must allow us to penetrate your barriers to truly cleanse your energy," Lyris said at one point, her tone entirely earnest. "I don't think my barriers need penetrating," I muttered, my face burning. "You underestimate the depth of your stress," Vanira added, her hands gesturing vaguely toward my chest. "It's pulsing with untapped tension. We will release it tonight." I nearly choked on my drink. "Tonight?" "Yes, it's best done while you're at rest," Nera replied casually. "Your subconscious will be more receptive to our bonding process." I nodded stiffly, unsure whether to be horrified or flattered by their dedication. As night fell, I retreated to my room, desperate for privacy. My mind raced as I removed the aura shield to charge it for the night. Their words echoed in my head, and I couldn't help but wonder if bonding process was some elaborate euphemism or just my overactive imagination. Either way, I needed to get through this assignment with my dignity and sanity intact. Unfortunately, I couldn't shake the tension they claimed to sense. And when I overheard them outside my door whispering about fixing him tonight, my anxiety shot through the roof. What exactly did they mean? I decided not to think about it. Instead, I focused on preparing for bed. Stripping down to my usual nightwear, I let out a deep sigh, finally allowing myself to relax. But the peace didn't last. Moments later, the door to my room slid open, and there they were, Lyris, Vanira, and Nera, standing in the doorway with an air of calm determination. And I was caught completely off guard, without my shield, my composure, or even a decent excuse for why I was sprawled on the bed like a deer in headlights. The door swung open without warning, and there they were, Lyris, Vanira, and Nera, gliding into my room like silent phantoms. For a moment, none of us moved. They froze, eyes widening as their gaze fell on me, standing there, utterly unprepared and without my aura shield. "Ambassador," Lyris began, her tone a mix of concern and confusion. "Why is your shield off? Your thoughts, they are spilling everywhere." My brain scrambled for an explanation, but the more I panicked, the worse it got. Without the shield, every embarrassing, nonsensical thought I'd ever had was now on full display. Oh God, did I leave my dirty socks on the floor? Why does Nera's hair sparkle like that? Is it weird that I think Vanira's voice is kind of sexy? ***. Their expressions shifted, a mix of curiosity and something I couldn't quite place. Nera took a cautious step forward. "You are distressed. We must act quickly." No! I'm fine, I stammered, backing up against the bedpost. Just an aura shield malfunction, nothing to worry about. But they weren't listening. My thoughts, now an uncontrollable torrent, betrayed me further. Do not think about Lyris in that dress. Don't think about it, damn it! Too late. Asterisk asterisk. Lyris tilted her head, her lips twitching as though suppressing a smile. Your energy is unique. Chaotic but intriguing. I'm not chaotic! I snapped, only to immediately regret it. Why am I yelling? Stop yelling. They already think you're unhinged. Asterisk asterisk. Vinayra placed a hand on her hip, her shimmering gown shifting like liquid light. Ambassador, your aura is practically screaming for attention. This level of stress is unhealthy. I'm not stressed, I protested, even as my thoughts betrayed me again. What does she mean, screaming? Does my aura sound sexy when it screams? Oh God, why did I just think that? Asterisk asterisk. Nera, who had been silent up until now, finally spoke, her voice tinged with amusement. Perhaps it is better if we soothe him. His thoughts are loud, but also strangely entertaining. I don't need soothing, I insisted, trying to pull a blanket over myself like it would somehow protect me from the mortification. But they didn't stop. Vinayra approached first, her hands glowing faintly as she extended them toward me. You're radiating tension. Let us help. It is what we are here for. I'm really fine, I yelped, backing further onto the bed. My unfiltered thoughts only made things worse. This can't be happening. Why do they all look so calm? Are they always this gorgeous? Why does Lyris smell like cinnamon? Asterisk asterisk. Lyris stepped closer, her expression now openly amused. Ambassador, are you always this expressive in your thoughts? I groaned, burying my face in my hands. It's the lack of the shield. This isn't me. Normally, I'm very professional. Nera raised an eyebrow. Professional? You were just imagining Vinayra in a human bathing garment. What do you call it? A bikini? Stop reading my thoughts, I practically begged. We aren't reading them, Vinayra said with a smirk. You're projecting them. Loudly. I wanted to melt into the floor. Please. Just go. But instead of leaving, they exchanged glances. Lyris placed a hand on my shoulder, her touch warm and oddly calming. Relax. This is normal. Humans are, how do I say this delicately? Very sensitive creatures. We'll take care of everything. You don't need to take care of anything, I shouted, my voice cracking. Nera smiled faintly. Oh, but we do. You're far too amusing to leave like this. And then, before I could protest further, I felt a strange, tingling sensation, like their telepathic energy was wrapping around me. Oh no. This can't end well. Asterisk asterisk. Stop reading my thoughts, I practically shouted, though I knew it was useless. Without the shield, my mind was an open book, and they were clearly enjoying every page. We're not reading them, Lyris said with a sly smile. They're simply loud. That's not helping, I muttered, clenching the blanket tighter around myself. Nera took another step forward, her tone softening. Ambassador, you misunderstand. Your aura is not just chaotic, it's fascinating. Most humans suppress their deeper emotions, but yours are vibrant. Vibrant? I repeated, torn between mortification and confusion. I don't even know what that means. Vinayra chuckled, the sound low and melodic. It means you think very passionately. About many things. Like cinnamon. Lyris's expression shifted slightly, her amusement tempered with curiosity. And about us, she added, her voice dropping just enough to send a shiver down my spine. My heart sank. Of course they picked up on that. Every stray thought I'd tried to suppress since meeting them was now out in the open. This isn't what it looks like, I tried to explain, though I wasn't even sure what it was anymore. I wasn't, okay, I was, but not like that, well, maybe a little. Nera interrupted, her lips curving into a small smile. You're overcomplicating this, Ambassador. Attraction is natural. Even endearing. Endearing? I repeated, staring at her like she'd grown a second head. Lyris nodded, her expression softening as well. It's rare for a human to be so unguarded with their emotions. You've given us insight into your true nature. It's refreshing. Refreshing? My voice cracked, the word barely audible. Vanira tilted her head, studying me with a mix of amusement and something else, something warmer. Yes. Most humans we've encountered are guarded, distant. But you're different. Honest, even when you're embarrassed. It's... She paused, searching for the word. Charming! I blinked, completely thrown. This was not the direction I'd expected the conversation to go. Charming? Nera's gaze softened further, and she sat at the edge of the bed, her movements slow and deliberate. Ambassador, you've nothing to be ashamed of. Your thoughts reveal more than just attraction, they show care, curiosity, even respect. It's rare to find such sincerity. Lyris crossed her arms, leaning against the doorframe with a small smirk. Although, she added, the part about the bikini was entertaining. Can we not talk about the bikini? I groaned, my face buried in my hands again. Vanira chuckled, sitting down beside Nera. You humans have such a complex relationship with modesty. It's fascinating. It's mortifying. I corrected, though my voice lacked any real conviction. Nera leaned slightly closer, her tone soft but teasing. You know, Ambassador, if you just let us do our work, this tension would disappear. Tension? I echoed, my gaze darting between them. You mean the aura thing, right? Of course, Lyris said, though the look she exchanged with the others was far too amused for my liking. Nera's smile turned playful, her tone dropping just enough to send another shiver through me. Unless there's another kind of tension you'd like us to address? I choked on my own breath, my thoughts spiraling into chaos once again. This is a trap. It has to be a trap. Asterisk asterisk. Vanira laughed softly, patting my arm. Relax, Ambassador. We're only teasing. Mostly. Mostly? I squeaked. Lyris stepped closer, her smirk softening into something more genuine. You've been honest with us, even unintentionally. It's only fair we return the favor. Nera nodded. You're not the only one who's been curious. Your thoughts may be unguarded, but your actions have shown nothing but respect and kindness. It's appealing. I blinked, my brain struggling to process what I was hearing. Wait, are you saying? We find you intriguing, Ambassador, Lyris said, cutting me off. In more ways than one. The room fell silent, the weight of her words hanging in the air. For once, my mind was blissfully blank. Well, I finally managed, my voice barely above a whisper. That's unexpected. Vanira smiled, her hand resting gently on my arm. Perhaps. But not unwelcome, I hope? I stared at her, at all of them, and for the first time since they'd burst into my room, I felt the tension begin to fade. No, I admitted softly. Not unwelcome at all. Of course, the aura thing, Nera said, her lips curving into an almost too innocent smile. What else would we mean? My mind raced, and I didn't trust myself to answer that question out loud. Instead, I tried to focus on the glowing bracelet that sat uselessly on the nightstand, its faint hum mocking me. Lyris pushed off the doorframe and took a slow step toward me, her expression a mix of amusement and curiosity. You seem to be fighting against us, Ambassador. Is it the process you fear, or the possibility that you might enjoy it? Enjoy it? My voice cracked as the words tumbled out. I don't even know what it is. And honestly, I'm not sure I want to know. Vanira leaned forward, her tone soothing yet maddeningly calm. You keep making this more complicated than it needs to be. Your thoughts are in disarray, and it's our duty to bring them into balance. That's all. That's all? I repeated, unable to keep the skepticism out of my voice. Precisely, she said, smiling. Well, mostly. Mostly? Nera raised a hand to silence me, her fingers glowing faintly as she gestured toward my chest. Your energy is resisting the alignment process. If you continue to suppress it, the imbalance could lead to discomfort. I'm already uncomfortable. I snapped, then immediately regretted it as my mind betrayed me once again. Why do they all smell so good? Is that normal? Do Ceralithians wear perfume, or is this just them? ***. Lyra smirked, clearly catching that stray thought. It's natural, she said, her voice dipping lower. Our pheromones are designed to soothe and attract. You're responding exactly as expected. Expected? I sputtered, trying to maintain whatever scraps of dignity I had left. This isn't some science experiment. Of course not, Vanira said with a small laugh. But it's fascinating to observe how humans react when their barriers are down. You're so raw. Raw? I echoed, feeling my face heat. Nera leaned closer, her gaze intent. Yes. Honest. Vulnerable. It's a rare privilege to witness. Most humans hide behind so many layers, even from themselves. But you… She paused, her lips curving into a smile. You're different. I wasn't sure if I should feel flattered or horrified. I'm not trying to be different. I'm trying to survive this without dying of embarrassment. Lyris chuckled, folding her arms. You're doing better than you think. And besides, she added with a wink, we find your reactions endearing. Before I could respond, Vanira placed a glowing hand gently on my shoulder. Relax, Ambassador. Let us guide you. There's nothing to fear. Her touch sent a strange warmth through me, a sensation that was both calming and deeply unsettling. I opened my mouth to protest, but the words caught in my throat as Nera's hand joined hers, their combined energy creating a faint hum that resonated through my chest. See? Lyris said softly, her voice carrying a hint of amusement. It's not so bad, is it? I couldn't answer. The warmth spread further, and with it came a strange sense of clarity. For the first time, my thoughts quieted, the constant noise in my head replaced by a calm I hadn't realized I was missing. And yet, beneath the calm, there was still the undeniable awareness of their presence, the way their gazes lingered just a moment too long, the faint curve of their smiles, the unspoken tension that hung in the air. Better? Nera asked, her tone gentle. I hesitated, then nodded reluctantly. I guess. Good, Vanira said, her smile widening. Now let's continue. Continue? Panic flared in my chest. What do you mean, continue? We've only just begun, Lyris said, her voice light but laced with mischief. There's still so much to align. I opened my mouth to argue, but the words never came. Instead, I let out a resigned sigh, my shoulders slumping in defeat. Whatever they had planned, it was clear I wasn't going to escape it. Fine, I muttered. Just try not to make it weird. Nera's smile turned teasing. Oh, Ambassador. With you, it's already weird. And with that, they began, their combined energy washing over me in waves. I closed my eyes, bracing myself for whatever came next, and silently praying that my thoughts wouldn't betray me again.